Ever think about how career options in the Wild West were pretty limited? You were either a cowboy, saloon keeper, or, if you really wanted excitement, an outlaw. Some guys saw the now hiring sign and said, "Nah, I'd rather make my own hours." Robbing trains. Let's talk about these ambitious fellows who thought a job application was outrunning a sheriff. Take Sam Bass, for instance. This guy pulls off the biggest train robbery in US history. You'd figure he'd take the money, buy a quiet ranch, maybe settle down. But Sam thinks, why quit when you're ahead? So he tries his luck robbing a bank next. That plan fell apart faster than a wagon missing a wheel. The law catches up, and as he's on his way out, he supposedly says, "Let me go. The world is bobbing around me." Makes you wonder if he finally realized that maybe this line of work wasn't so stable after all. Then there's John Wesley Hardin. He claimed he'd killed 42 men. Talk about setting high scores no one asked for. He once said, "I never killed anyone who didn't need killing." Well, that's one way to justify a bad attitude. Legend has it he shot a man for snoring too loud. Imagine being his bunkmate. Earplugs wouldn't cut it. The law eventually decided enough was enough. He was shot in the back of the head while playing dice. Fair fight. Not exactly. But karma doesn't always wait for a showdown at high noon. Now let's discuss Jesse James. Some folks called him a Southern hero. Others just double-checked their locks. Leading the James Younger gang, he robbed banks and trains, claiming to fight for the common folk. Jesse once wrote, "We are not thieves, we are bold robbers." Bold indeed. Trust was a rare commodity in his world. One of his own men, Bob Ford, shot him in the back for reward money. Killed while straightening a picture on the wall. Maybe feng shui wasn't his strong suit. Moving on to Billy the Kid. An orphan who turned to the outlaw life. He was said to have killed 21 men by the time he was 21. Might be some creative accounting there. He reportedly said, "I wasn't the leader of any gang. I was for Billy all the time." At least he's upfront about looking out for number one. Billy had a knack for escaping jail, slipping away like a gust of wind. But Sheriff Pat Garrett finally caught up with him, ending his tale in a darkened room. Not exactly the dramatic duel you'd expect. And who could forget Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, leaders of the Wild Bunch? Not a musical group, but they did have hits on their hands. Butch once quipped, "If he'd just pay me what he's paying them to stop me robbing him, I'd stop robbing him." Makes you think he had a twisted sense of business negotiations. They fled to Bolivia to escape the law. But did they meet their end there? Some say they went out in a blaze. Others believe they vanished into the sunset.